Welcome back to our YouTube channel, COD Trainer. In today's video, we will find out tips for the Caldera map in Call of Duty Warzone. But before we begin, hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Call of Duty Warzone has undergone many changes over the past year. However, with the new Call of Duty Vanguard title launched last year, Warzone has seen its biggest change since then. New Pacific locations and modes are centered around the latest version of Call of Duty Vanguard. Right now is a great time for new players to get into the Warzone action. With the new season, everything basically restores, making it a uniform playing field for players old and new. Warzone in general is one of the more accessible Battle Royale games for newcomers, as it isn't as complex as Fortnite or Apex Legends. However, regardless of experience, players old and new should arm themselves with these tips, as it is still a challenge to win the round. Take advantage of height. Older maps were flatter, meaning players would have to go inside buildings to find cover. In the internal shootings, everything was basically on the same level. Both were industrial, unlike other Battle Royale maps. Caldera changes that and makes the Warzone game more dynamic. Unlike older maps, Caldera has peaks and valleys, so firefights will play out differently. Since players can gain height above the enemy, it is now easier to scout nearby enemy players. This new element means that the best snipers will transform into aimless enemies in no time. Plus, having unpredictable terrain can make things quite difficult, meaning sneak attacks could become commonplace, which makes Warzone more fun and entertaining. Know the landing spots. This is a basic rule of thumb for all Battle Royale games, where players land at the start can determine the outcome of the match. On older maps like Verdansk and Rebirth, landing in hotspots would mean two things. First, the potential for a good team, and secondly, other enemy players would also land in that area. Jumping into those areas is high risk and high rewarding in the beginning. Warzone's latest map, Caldera, follows this trend. However, unlike the previous two maps, which have more scattered loot in the middle and other specific locations, most of Caldera's good loot is found on the coasts. Therefore, players tend to drop too early or too late. If players successfully land on one of the shores, they can pick up heavy loads, such as infamous single-shot weapons like DMRs. Look for loadouts. This is another universal principle, but it is more important in Warzone than in other Battle Royale games. As with other maps, the weapons players find here usually get the job done. However, once players hit a gear drop, this becomes a problem due to even better gear. Caldera's loot isn't the best, but it can still be used to help players defend themselves. Finding a cargo increases a player's chances of victory and survival. The new map makes loadout drops more important, as players don't earn them early on. They are more random, which makes Warzone's starting game more equal. Players are now looking for loot, which will be mostly the same for all players in the beginning. But once players are warned of these dips, they should consider heading towards them. Watch out for ordnances and explosives. Having weapons equipped is just as important as weapons, and in certain situations, it is even more important. Even if the enemy is fully equipped, players can take all of this away from him by throwing a grenade at the enemy team. Since grenades and explosives have splash damage and wound more than just weapons, these items can become frightening. Players can take out an entire team by throwing one or two of these grenades in the enemy's trajectory, so it's useful to have as many players as they can hold. On the other hand, players need to understand that enemy players can also have the same configuration. However, players can alleviate this concern to some extent by equipping the EOD perk. This buff substantially reduces burst damage, so having it will help players escape much faster and allow them to counter more easily. The Vanguard Royal Mode. Fans have been asking for new modes since the early days of Warzone, and while each new season brings new things and modes, not all of them offer the same power as the base game. But with a new season and a new map comes a lot of new things that tie into Caldera and Vanguard. All of this helps bring energy to Warzone. Vanguard Royal is a separate mode from the base Warzone. While it works in a similar way, the main difference is that this mode only uses Call of Duty Vanguard gear, which can be challenging as it involves WW2 era weapons and gear. There are also some tweaks to accommodate the Vanguard style, the main one being that the rings close much slower, making it easier for players to get gear and gear. It is a good alternative for players who want to change the pace. Tell us in the comment section your thoughts. That's it from today's video. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy. See you in the next video.